Hello, and we are live at our 2022 IBJJF FloGrappling Grand Prix press conference. What a mouthful, and matches the magnitude of the card. We're going to have an amazing press conference today. Today is the first ever Women's Grand Prix. We also have an amazing Men's Grand Prix division and 3 super fights for you guys. Before we get into diving into everything with the athletes, we are going to check in with Connor, because if you guys want to ask any questions to the athletes that I'm not asking, or anything specific you guys want to know, now is the time to get specific. You can jump to him in the YouTube chat, ask him anything about the athletes, and we'll jump to him during this press conference. Otherwise, I'll be leading the way with our athletes here and telling you a little bit more about their stories and their matches, and we'll be right back to get into that in just a moment. And we are here with our very first matchup of the Women's Grand Prix. First, to my right, we have Luisa Montero, and to my left, we have Johnatha Libre. So coming into this match, guys, we were very, very excited. These women have competed before. They have a great history. And so I want to ask you first, Luisa, your thoughts on, you have some wins over Johnatha in your past. You're also a world champion at lightweight and middleweight coming into this lightweight Grand Prix. What are your thoughts on your first matchup?
I think it's going to be exciting for sure. Johnatha is super aggressive. She's super strong, very talented, a very nice girl. So for me, it's a pleasure to fight against her because I like to fight with the best. So I'm sure that it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely one of the best. For those of you guys who don't know, Johnatha took silver at this year's World Championships. So I want to hear from you, Johnatha, excuse me, how you feel going into a division with 3 world champions coming into this lightweight Grand Prix.
I feel like it's a challenge, like they all are world champion, and it's just gonna be a good fight. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna go with Luisa. The first round is gonna be for sure a very fun match. Let's see who's gonna be in the final, Maisa or Anna. I'm excited.
And if you could choose, or if you could think about what the final would be, who would you like to face in the final? No pressure.
Not at all.
I think Anna. Yeah, I wanna fight against her. I was thinking was the first match against her, but I don't know. I helped him. I was like with Luisa, but I think maybe with Anna in the final.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Luisa, the same question for you. Obviously a multiple-time world champion coming in here. You have, I would say, just such a multitude of experience at the black belt level. What do you think, looking towards the final, since you know these women so well, what do you predict and what do you hope for?
It's hard to predict. I don't like that because we never know what is gonna happen, But I wanted to fight Maisa because I never fought her. I fought Anna before I fought Johnatha, but not thinking about the final or the first fight. But I wanted to fight her because she's super technical. And I think this would be the only chance for me to fight her because she's super light, and it's really hard to do a super fight, or it's not something that I am trying, I want to fight Maisa Bastos. But if I have a chance in a GP, I would think, it might be cool,
Yeah.
Because I like to fight with the best. I like to fight with girls that are really technical, because I think jiu-jitsu is a conversation, So you see what they are doing and then you react, so we are talking. And I really like and admire Maisa's jiu-jitsu, so I think it would be cool to fight her.
And maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll see it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see how the bracket goes for sure. Well, it's going to be really exciting. Again, this is our first Women's Grand Prix, and we could not have been surprised and like amazed with a better bracket for the first one. We have just such world-class athletes, and we're going to talk to two more in just a moment, and we'll be right back with you. And we are back with our second match of the Grand Prix, the first ever Women's Grand Prix. We have here on my left, Maisa Bastos, and here on my right, Ana Rodriguez. So before we get into some backstory, because we have some really exciting history to discuss with these two ladies today, I want to ask what your thoughts are on being, first we'll go with Ana, how you feel about being in the first Women's Grand Prix. You've had a big season. You were at Nogi Pans and then flew to Brazil, and now you're back here. So you got here yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does it feel to be at this first Women's Grand Prix?
I don't know. I'm so tired, but I have a lot of, I don't know. I have a lot of challenge on myself, and I need to do. And I think the GP is my top level challenge of myself now. And I need to do, I don't know if you understand, but I have the same feeling with Pan Am's Nogi, because I never fight Nogi before, and I put my jiu-jitsu on talent. And now I need to put more my jiu-jitsu on talent, you know, because it's a bracket with 4 girls, it's tough girls. Maisa, for me, it's a top one on my list, the technical girls. The second one is Luisa Montero, and then Bia Mesquita, and whatever. It's crazy to me.
Nice. Well, we're excited to see you. Maisa, can you talk a little bit about being in the first Women's Grand Prix? What are your thoughts coming into this division?
I'm super happy to be here. I was super excited when I got the invited for IBJJF. And I think it will be super fun. I didn't expect to fight with Joanna in the first round, but it's a good match, and I'm excited for it.
Nice. We're excited too. I know it wasn't what you were expecting for the bracket, but now seeing the bracket, who would you like to see in the final? Or if you could predict the bracket, what would you hope for?
This one's tough.
No pressure. Everyone's just in here.
Maybe Luisa, because I never fought with her before. And yeah, I think it's Luisa.
Nice. Well, we might see that. And now I'm going to ask a question of a story that some of our viewers may not know. So I was talking to Ana before the press conference, and we were talking about her history with Maisa. So I'm just going to give you the space to share a little bit about what you were talking about when you guys were colored belts, and a little bit of the history that leads us here to today, almost like almost 10 years, 8 years later?
Uh,
8 years.
what?
How many years ago did you guys first fight?
First fight,
Like
like
8?
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I fight with Maisa for the first time, I am a yellow belt and I just have 5 months in jiu-jitsu, and Maisa is a promise from Rio de Janeiro. She's a she's a crazy
Superstar,
yes,
right, yeah.
superstars, and she killed me. It's crazy. She passed my guard mount. She do it like 20 points and submit me. It's crazy. And when I go to the home, I talk with my professor and I say I want to be a champion because Maisa killed me. Yeah, Maisa, I don't know, she put jiu-jitsu on my mind and say you need to do it, you know, you need to be better, and jiu-jitsu is for your life. And then I'm start to training a lot, and I have another chance to fight with her like 6 months after, and I won. It's crazy, you know, because I'm super young and she's a big promise. It's crazy, but she pushed myself for be a champion in jiu-jitsu. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. Do you remember a lot of this too, Maisa? Or I'm sure that
No,
you guys
she
have.
don't remember. She give me. It's easy.
Yeah, do you remember the first match or no?
Yeah, I remember the first match and the second match and the last one. I remember all of them.
I don't think much gets past you without you remembering, because not with your jiu-jitsu for sure.
Yeah.
Because always improving your jiu-jitsu is so beautiful. Yeah.
Everybody in Rio de Janeiro talk about Maisa, and Maisa in my gene, it's a idol, you know.
An
Everybody,
idol, yeah.
everybody talk about her. My professor, my first profession, loved her, and oh my God, I have a, I don't know, I need to train a lot because oh, what a challenge.
Yeah.
And in the when I am a blue belt, me and Maisa is the same division, you know. Now, not, but before, yes, it's crazy. And always I need to fight with her, you know. If I want to fight, I need to fight with her.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are both the lighter competitors coming up in the division. I know you were talking about trying to gain weight. You were trying to go up. I know you had ADCC and now here, so trying to come in. But we will see the two lightest competitors probably come in and have a great match tomorrow. Anything else you want to mention, Maisa? Do we have any questions, Connor? Let's jump over to you and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just for the fans at home, if you guys want to join in with the chat, if you guys want to ask any of our athletes anything, feel free to drop them in the YouTube comments or the Facebook comments. We can drag any questions from there and get these directly to your favorite fighters. I was curious, you guys, if you guys, looking at the rest of the card, super fun matches all the way through the female GP, all the way through the men's GP, have some really cool super fights. Is there a match on the card that you guys are specifically just excited to watch as a fan?
Before I coming, I just think, oh, I need to win this GP. You know, I need to win. And the last 3 weeks ago, I think, no, now I need to make a show. It's, of course, it's nice to get the gold medal, but I don't know. This is not more important to me, you know. I don't like beautiful medals more. I like to put my show and put my jiu-jitsu talent, and I think now I ready to put my true jiu-jitsu on the mat, because before I just want to win.
Yeah.
It's different now. Now I'm ready to give more.
Yeah, well, I would say, you know, this is pretty unique. We have two multiple-time black belt world champions sitting at the table, right? You guys have accomplished the highest level of jiu-jitsu that there is. So obviously you heard from you, and I'm curious, Maisa, how you feel about that as far as winning versus, you know, I know you're always trying to challenge yourself, of course, like in different divisions. What are your thoughts on winning the Grand Prix as far as like your goals around competing?
Can you say again?
Yeah. So being a world champion, right? You've accomplished the highest level. So when you think about competing, what do you think about for the Grand Prix or in general?
Just challenge myself. I already own like the major tournaments, the IBJJF. Now just challenge myself and see how my jiu-jitsu is going, if I'm like leveling up.
Yes. Nice. Well, we're very excited to see all the leveling up tomorrow, and we'll be back soon to talk about our men's Grand Prix. We are back with our first match of the men's Grand Prix. So first up, we have Ronaldo Jr. on my right, and then to my left, we have Manuel Hiba. We're going to talk a little bit about the match specifically and see if these guys, if it was what you guys thought it was going to be. But before that, I have to ask, we have Manuel Hiba's whole family with us here today in the studio. Okay. So I just want to ask, your baby's now 10 months old. How does it feel to be competing now as a dad and kind of jumping into the jiu-jitsu scene again?
Well, it's amazing, like definitely give me like a little bit more of confidence and strength, being a dad it's not only, it just gives you a more, how can I say, inspiration to keep, pursuing for your dreams, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to watch you guys at the Nogi Pants together and see the whole family cheering, competing.
Yeah, that
really
was really
special.
Nice.
Nice, awesome. And Ronaldo, you are the only athlete bumping up from middleweight today, right? Coming into this Grand Prix. However, the weights are not so different. I'm assuming that's on purpose, right? How do you feel coming into this division, knowing that you always do well in the open class too?
I feel amazing. I feel like it's very special for me to be here, especially because I usually fight as a middleweight, but I have a good results fighting as a medium heavy and open class as well. So it's I'm pretty happy to be here for this opportunity to be part of it.
Nice. So moving into our division, guys, we have, this is our first match of the night for this division. Hiba, what are your thoughts on the first match? How do you think you match up style-wise? And what would you like to see in the division, how it unfolds?
Well, this is like a little, I expect a little bit like Ronaldo being my first match. And, definitely is going to be a match that is going to get me out of my comfortable zone, like starting the first match with, Ronaldo is very explosive. He always looking forward to push the pace, and I believe that I trained well. I've been doing good, so I think I'm ready for any pace.
Nice. And on the other side of the match, of the bracket, we have Isaque and Andre. So if you're thinking about the division, Ronaldo, what would you like to see happen in your first match, and what would you like to see happen in the finals?
Well, Manuel Hiba is a very good athlete. We fought 2 times already. The first time we fought was in 2019. And like a couple weeks ago as well, we faced each other in the tournament. It was a really different rule set, and time was just 5 minutes. I feel like right now it's gonna be like a way different fight. 10 minutes is gonna be very good for people to watch. And also on the other side we have Isaque and Prefirio, which they are both like very good athletes as well. They be competing a lot. They have a lot of experience in the black belt scene. So I don't know who's gonna win on the other side, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good match as well.
Nice. We're looking forward to the finals for sure. Connor, do we have any other questions for our athletes here?
Yeah, we'd love to get some maybe a little bit of a controversial take here. Who do you guys think is going to win the women's GP? Or what's your guys' favorite matchup? If you don't want to say who you think is going to actually win it, who's your favorite matchup to watch there?
I think definitely the first match will be really good to watch, which is between Luisa Montero and Janaína. Janaína is very explosive athlete. Actually, Luisa, like we all know Luisa, she's always do great fights, and I believe that for the Grand Prix, Luisa is gonna take it.
Awesome.
Nice. What about you?
Also, I believe Luisa is a favorite as well because the experience that she has and the pace that she always brings to the fight. And also just 2 fights, and we don't have to fight in the first day and go back to the second day. I feel like she, because she was out of the competition scene for a little bit, and then now she came back really strong. She really wants to be here. She been putting work. I've been watching she at the gym a lot, so I think she's the favorite, and I think she's gonna do really good.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to watch all you guys. I'm happy to be seeing all the matches. You guys are in the matches. It's a little harder to be spectators. Do you want to add something, Manuel?
Well, talking about the women's bracket, I think that also on the other side, we can discard the fact that Ana is being in the role as well. Maísa as well. Well, we have like a very tough match over there too. But man, I'm excited to watch these 2 matches, how it's going to play out. Maísa, it's a very good guard player, and Ana likes to pass a lot. We'll see how that's going to play out. It's good to emphasize the fact that on the other side of the bracket also there's 2 great athletes, that's going to put in a show,
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great night of jiu-jitsu, and we can't wait, and we'll be right back for our next matchup. All right, we are back with our second match of the Men's Grand Prix, our last matchup of the Grand Prix in general, and no better way to do that other than to talk with Isaque Bahiense and Andre Prefirio here on my left, Isaque on my right. So, last match of the Grand Prix, I want to hear your initial response first, Isaque, on seeing the bracket. Today was when the athletes found out who they were fighting, so obviously it was your first look at the bracket. We know that you are a previous black belt world champion in 2018, and you're the current #1 ranked medium heavy coming into this division of all of our rankings. So what do you think that means for you in your first match?
It's mean a lot for me. I'm not think about my fightings. I'm just think about I want to put my jiu-jitsu, everything I have. The numbers don't lie. I think the best in the division about the results. And I'm just wanna enjoy the moment. I already competed last week, and have something like different inside on my mind, on my body. I was tired for a couple time, but right now I think something's back on my mind, and I really wanna compete tomorrow and put a show for everybody. I have a great athletes, but I'm not focused on the athletes. I'm more focused on me, and I wanna clean the division and I get the title for my home.
Nice. And so the fire's back.
Yeah,
Fire's
the
back
first
this
bag.
weekend.
Yeah.
Nice. And Andre, this is your first time appearing on our show here, right?
time.
First time. You're the newest black belt in the division, but you have a lot of big, strong wins, right? So that's why you're here in this division. What do you think about your first matchup and how the bracket looks?
I really like the bracket. To be honest, I was expecting that I would fight Isaque in the first round because I never fought him. I already fought Hiba and I already fought Ronaldo as well. I've been following Isaque since I was like a young kid. I remember I used to have a Grace Mag with 10 questions for him, and he was a blue belt, absolute champion, juvenile. And since then, I've been following him. I'm a big jiu-jitsu nerd. And it's gonna be a pleasure to fight against one of the best, like world champions, a black belt. And for me to be the best one, I need to beat the best ones, right? So I'm here for that.
Absolutely. So coming into this, you guys have never fought before, right? Have you been in the same divisions a lot and just missed each other, or is it because he's a newer black belt, or?
We do it in the last words. Yeah, was in the same division. I think both lost for low.
I see. Nice. So now we're here, and the match that could have happened is going to happen tomorrow. Any fan questions over there, Connor? Do you want to ask about the Women's Grand Prix?
Yeah, I would love to ask.
Well, you're biased, so I'm just kidding. Okay, let's get into it though. I am curious. I know you're biased, but what are your thoughts about the Women's Grand Prix? This is the first one.
Yeah, of course. Everybody talk like about Luisa. I respect a lot Luisa. She's have a history, but I think Anna living in the good moment right now. She's competing a lot. She's I forget her name. Sorry.
That's okay.
But she's like
everything.
Yeah, she's
her
put
heart,
everything.
everything. Yeah.
She's really wanna like new challenge, and she's show for everybody. She's growing a lot. She can play guard. She can pass guard, and I'm confident with our work, our team, and I think Anna will win.
Nice. Do you think? But it'll be she and Louisa in the finals.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
What about you, Andre? What do you think?
I agree with Isaque. Anna been working hard. She's been competing everything, gi and no gi. I got to train with her a couple months ago.
How was that? How was your training?
The girl is amazing.
Scary, right?
Scary, strong, and smart about the game. Like amazing jiu-jitsu. Luisa is awesome as well, but I feel that Luisa is not with the same rhythm because she was not competing that much. I think the final's gonna be both, and I go with Anna for this one.
Nice. It's gonna be exciting. I don't envy you guys having to compete while you're trying to watch and coach all of the things. But we are so excited about this men's Grand Prix. We couldn't have asked for a better division to show up for here for you guys this tomorrow on the 28th. But other than that, we also have the super fights. So we're gonna be back to talk about those in just a moment. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, we are back. This is going to be our first super fight of the night mixed in with the Grand Prix matches. So first up here on my right, we have Johnatha Alves, and on my left, we have Matias Luna. So coming into this match, guys, obviously it's a little bit different than the bracket. You're only focused on one opponent, just each other, in a 10-minute IBJJF match. So coming into this match, I know you guys have only fought in the colored belts so far. This will be the first time you guys fought at black belt. Tell me a little bit about, Johnatha, you can go first, about your history together. Do you know how many times you fought? I think maybe 4.
Yeah, I think we fought like 4 times. Fought him 4 times, his brother once. Yeah, so I won like 3 times. He won. He beat me once.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm excited to fight again. But he never fought as a black belt, as I mentioned. Just excited to fight as a black belt. Every fight is a different fight, and then this is just a new fight.
Nice. And you said you fought both brothers.
Yeah.
So you got the
his
twins.
Doesn't know which one.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'm watching from across. I'm like, who is fighting that guy? I don't even know which one it is. It is. Okay, so we got the right brother here, though. That's a good start for the day. Tell us a little bit about your version of or what you think of your guys' history. Yeah, your version.
Right. From my point of view. So yeah, we fought 3 times. Always we always do like really great fights. We never stole anything. Yeah, like when he first fight, he was a PNF champion, I think on a purple belt and a lightweight, and I was nobody. And and after I got like a couple fights and getting interest like to fight him because I grew a lot of my jiu-jitsu and the way I fight, the way I see jiu-jitsu. That's funny.
Nice. And this is your first time on our big show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, it's a good place to be for your first match, that's for sure. But not your first time, right?
No, my second
we know.
time.
So your second time. What do you think coming into this match? Do you feel like really comfortable with the event? I mean, you fought on the biggest stages, so it's not new for you. But how are you feeling coming into this event? We have the Grand Prix, 2 big divisions.
Yeah. So I'm like, just same as always. Like, yeah, just expecting to win the match. So prepare myself. Now just waiting. So for tomorrow, just to put in the show.
Nice. Time to put on the show. And I also want to ask, we've been asking some of the fighters their predictions. So if you look at the Grand Prix, we have 2 insane brackets. I know some of you guys are a little bit biased in some ways, but we're still going to ask your predictions for the men and women winners of the Grand Prix. So you're up first. You better think fast. I can see the wheels turning.
Okay. The Grand Prix is was supposed to fight too, but like I got an opportunity to do the super fight, and I'm really interested to do it. And the brackets is really tough.
Yeah.
All of the fighters, they're really good. They really fight really hard to win the match, but I'm not sure who's going to take it because I know all of them, but I don't think all of them fight a lot each other. So like it's just gonna be interest.
We got our diplomat over here.
Yeah.
We got a good political answer.
Maybe like a little bit closer on Andre. Like we are kind of friends, so I'm gonna hopefully he's winning. But like just gonna be a really great show. Just to watch.
Nice. Now that you all had all your time to think, you're the lucky one. So what are your predictions, you think, for the Grand Prix?
Well, I like Andre a lot. Like, we trained together. We've fought before. Like, he's a tough dude. But I believe, like, who has the skills to win this one, it's just Isaque. I think he's going to be the one, like, taking it, who has, like, skills. And then he's, like, I believe he's going to be the one, like, taking it. But who I want to take is Andre.
Yeah. And what about the women's Grand Prix? We have Luisa, Janaína, Ana, and Maísa. What do you guys think about this division?
Well, technically, I would go for Maísa. She has like a very high technical level to be competing against those girls. But I believe Luisa, she's very tough. She got a lot of experience through all these years. But I believe she got like the skills and like enough experience to take this one.
Nice. Any thoughts about the women's Grand Prix?
Yeah, I go for Maísa too, because like I think she's the one I'm most like watch because she follow with my my partners. So like I think she really good technique. She has really good technique. and I'll go for her too.
Nice. Okay, we got an answer out of him. Don't worry. All right. Well, we're really excited for your match tomorrow night, guys. We can't wait to see you put on a great show, and we'll be back here for our next match in just a moment. We are back with our second super fight of the evening. On my left, we have Felipe Andrew, and on my right, we have Roosevelt Sousa. So this is going to be a really exciting match, guys. I'm very excited to talk about our match here because kind of the story of this match is that you guys have never fought before. Felipe, you have a bit of a weight disadvantage, but you consistently do well in the open class. So I want to hear a little bit about your thoughts, first and foremost, on the match coming in, about the pair-up. You guys have never gone before, so what are your thoughts on the style-up?
I think it's gonna be a good fight because we both are very aggressive. We always looking for the submission, so it's gonna be for sure. I think we're gonna have.
It's gonna be fun.
Submission. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure a submission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. 10 minutes is a long time to make that happen. It's good. And same question to you. What are your thoughts? You guys have never fought before. A lot of the people on this show have gone with each other before, so it's easy to ask about the history. But you guys have not, so.
Yes, I believe it's gonna be a great show in gi because, like, as he said, we both always looking for the submission. We always fight going forward. We don't care about stolen games, and I think it's what everybody wanna watch, right? Fight that both try to kill each other. Actually, it's gonna be really exciting.
Nice. And I know we talked a little bit earlier about your previous experiences. So your most recent big accomplishment was a bronze medal at the ADCC. Have you been in the gi all year? I mean, do you constantly switch back and forth between both?
Yeah, like I don't have I train all the year, like both gi and no-gi. I don't have a problem to switch from no-gi and to no-gi. I try to because I always say that I'm always ready for any challenger. So I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Nice. Gi,
Yeah.
no-gi? Doesn't matter.
No-gi doesn't matter, yeah.
Nice. I like it. And I want to ask you guys some questions about the rest of the card, right? So we have an insane Grand Prix, man and female, or male and female. So when we look at the men's division, obviously have Ronaldo, Manuel, Isaque, Andre. What do you guys think about the final match, or what do you think will be the results?
About the male?
Yeah. Well, we're going to do both, but male first.
I don't know. It's 4 high-level guys. I would like to see a final. Hiba against Prefirio. Maybe
Nice.
it's gonna be a good match.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I like it. And the women's, what do you think? It's the first one we've ever had, yeah.
I think Luis is gonna get this.
Nice. Louise is a fan favorite tonight from the
Yeah.
athletes, yep.
She's more, how can I say?
Experience.
Experienced, yeah. Yeah, she's more mature, most mature
Yeah,
black belt for
exactly.
sure. Yeah. And when did you get your black belt? How long have you
I
been a black belt?
got to 2020.
2020 and
Yeah.
2018 or 19.
yeah, so around the same time because you guys are both like in the last couple of years have had your black belt, and it's kind of a weird time during like COVID, people getting promoted and then all of their records kind of being scattered, right? But you guys have both had really successful black belt careers since then.
Yeah, Felipe is like is a next generation. Like I'm a little bit younger, like in terms of jiu-jitsu. I used to watch him when he was a purple belt, brown belt. I really like to watch him because he has a really excited way to fight. And like I'm now we going to fight tomorrow means a lot for me because like I'm always looking forward to challengers, and I believe that tomorrow's gonna be a great challenger, and that like the most important thing I believe is not only win or lose. It's not about results. It's about to give a show for who watch it, like to know the fight, and then I believe that it's gonna be a great opportunity for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really on the same page as you guys because the reason that we pick the matches that we do for these kinds of shows is not to just go out and try to see like who can squeak out the win, right? You guys are both submission heavy hunters. You're always chasing after the finish. So especially with the two big, strong guys, I think we're going to see some good clashes tomorrow.
Right.
And last question, just who do you think is going to win men and women Grand Prix if you had to choose one?
Oh.
Or you could choose the final.
All right.
The final.
Besides of be athlete, I'm a big fan of jiu-jitsu, and I'm really excited to watch DGP tomorrow. Those four fighters, they are great fighters, and they are really good in the rules, in the everything. And I believe the final is gonna be Andre. He's my teammate, but I really want him to go to the fight. I have been training for him a lot, and I know how able he is to reach this final. And I believe it's Isaac. Isaac is gonna. Nobody's gonna do a first match, right?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
So it's gonna be Hiba.
And Hiba and Ronaldo on the other side. Okay, nice. And the women, who do you think?
The woman, I think Luisa. Luisa is she's like the most experienced, as we said, and like she had a big chance to win tomorrow. I believe it.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I keep saying it's going to be hard, like for the competitors who are trying to watch and compete at the same time and coaching. And so maybe you guys have to watch the matches back later or something. It's going to be a good night of jiu-jitsu. And we do have a fan question, so we're going to jump over to Connor.
Yeah, both of you guys talked about how, in your jiu-jitsu, you love to make sure you're coming forward, always looking for the submission. The fans were curious. Do you think you have a prediction for how the match is going to end? Maybe what kind of, submission you guys have been experimenting with? Any kind of new game plans you guys going to test out?
Secrets.
Or is it all a secret? Yeah.
I can tell that. I can say that I'm gonna try to do some things that everybody's not expected for me. Like I think everybody expect like something, but I'm gonna try to do something different tomorrow.
Secret sauce. I like
So not the game plan, but just know that it's going to be different. Yeah. And you?
Every fight, when I fight, I like to look for a submission or just let's fight jiu-jitsu,
Mm-hmm.
So if I need to win by points, I'm gonna try. But my plan is always go to the submission. So
just do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Excited.
Well, we're excited to watch you guys do jiu-jitsu. So we'll be back in just a moment with our next match. We can't wait to watch you guys tomorrow night.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we are back for our very last interview of the day. So, just to be clear for tomorrow, we're going to run through all of our matches. We're going to have our Grand Prix finish up. Before we have our Grand Prix finish up, this will be the last super fight of the night, and then we'll have our Grand Prix finals. So, on my left, we have Tynan Dalpra, and on my right, we have Rodrigo Lopez. So, going into this match, this is the first time that you fought at black belt, correct?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Or no, you fought at black belt before.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, and it was your first, I think, your first time competing at black belt.
That was my first, tournament.
That's it. Okay, and how did the match go? So we have the history.
I was able to get a submission on the first match, and I'm excited on going on to this one.
Yeah, because it's been a couple of years now, right? So it's been some time.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it was my very first term as a black belt. Kind of discovering a lot of things, and very exciting, especially coming from the collar belts. You're always excited, anxious, and nervous to step up. And but I feel from them I've got I grew a lot of my confidence. I've been competing very often and very active, and I'm looking forward to showcase a good jiu-jitsu, very technical and high level tomorrow.
Nice. So one of the things we were talking about coming into this match is that Tynan was coming up to medium heavy. However, he weighed in heavier than you on this match. So do you think that the weight class, or just by 2 pounds, don't worry guys.
Yeah, not big deal,
1.8 actually, to be precise, before I get messed up here. But my question is, do you think that the weight class is really going to have much to do with the match, or are you thinking about that at all, or just the opponent?
Yeah, I was asking Tynan a little bit earlier, like if he asked this fight for medium heavy, because we're not heavy guys. You know, like we're not a medium heavy guys. We fought once as a middleweight. But it's hard for me to go weight to make that weight, so that's why I decided to make medium heavy. But I think things can be different. The fact I'm gonna be like in my natural way now. That's the way I used to train every day. I feel strong, I feel good. But definitely Tynan is a tough dude. Everybody knows that. Definitely gonna be an exciting match tomorrow. I'm very ready and excited.
Nice. So just to clarify, when you fought his first time at black belt, he was like the young up and comer. You guys were middles. Is that correct?
We're middleweight, yeah.
Okay, so this is your first time fighting at medium heavy.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
We fought middleweight. I've been fighting medium heavy.
Yeah.
Because the weight cuts is hard for me.
Before you told me it's because you're lazy. Now it's because it's hard.
Yeah, no, it's hard. No, it's hard because I'm lazy.
No,
but because kidding. I need to cut like around 8-10 pounds.
No,
I mean I can make it, but I get lazy and it's hard. So I decided not cut anymore. Said no.
Well, you feel better at medium heavy, right? You
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, I feel strong. I don't never need to go away. I'm always like chilling and fighting the way I am. So I prefer to fight this way.
Nice. So it sounds like you're going to be feeling ready and strong tomorrow for sure. Nice. So I just also wanted to give a chance because to discuss before on the Grand Prix, before we had this rescheduled, you were set to fight Levi, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Okay, so you were set to fight Levi. This didn't happen this time. We have Rodrigo now. Is that a match that you're looking for in the future? What do you think about that fight?
Yeah, definitely. Just to like you say, to clarify on weight, I usually compete at middleweight. To be honest, it's not very difficult for me to make that weight, so I usually fight at that. But this was kind of like a last-minute fight. I was supposed to fight Levi in the first event, and then like everything happened. The event got canceled, and they got a reschedule, and then Levi couldn't make it to the fight, and then we were looking for different opponents, different names, and this was the only one that was able to put it up and put it all on the table, and it just made more sense to make a middle heavy. Mm-hmm. Because to be honest, to me, fighting like this in a super fight doesn't really change when it comes with weight like this. Mm-hmm. If we fought at middleweight, it would definitely be like one day before weighing, so it wouldn't change anything.
Right.
And if it makes better for me and for my opponent, and the fight is able to happen at medium heavy, I'm happy to do that too. And yes, definitely, like you said, I'm looking forward to fight Levi. It was a match that I've been looking for a very long time. He originally kind of like called out in one of the Pan Ams, and he went kind of like all over the media, and then he went away. And then I feel like now that maybe on the next one, I know that they're coming to Costa Mesa. They're coming to where AOJ is, and November 18th, if Levi is available, I'm looking forward to this match. But focusing on tomorrow, let's see how it's gonna go. I have a tough opponent in front of me, and
I look forward to just showcase a good jiu-jitsu, good technical, just the way how I always try to do, and represent a little bit of myself and impose my personality and everything on the match.
Nice, and you always do so. You in the world, I think that was a big takeaway. Every time that you've been competing lately, you have like a very consistent, exciting style that people like to see, and like you're saying, your personality, and it really shows through your jiu-jitsu. So I think that's something that people expect of you now. Does it feel like the success that you've had? Does it feel like pressure to keep performing that way, or does it make you excited? Or
yeah, I feel like what happens like a lot of like sometimes when I look around, you know, the entire jiu-jitsu game, I see that when you go so much for the title and for the competition itself, and you don't focus on the way how you perform, you can get the win, and like there's a lot of examples that do that. But at the end of the day, that's not how I wanted to build my legacy. You know, I wanted to be remembered for somebody that was very technical, somebody that every time stepped on the mat had a better performance than the last time, and to be someone that, you know, continues to show that, you know, I'm the next generation and I'm always improving, always trying to showcase and try to replicate different images of myself on the mat. As you mentioned, like sometimes you can see me playing guard, sometimes I play more top, sometimes I'm chasing more the back. So I'm trying to replicate different images, things that I've been practicing on the training room, and then just trying to make sure and making it excited for, you know, for the fans and everyone watching. So that's what I look forward to build my legacy that way. And not so much on the titles, you know, like I've won like important titles, but I don't really look at that. I look more at the way how I perform, the way how me and my teammates, we prepare for that, and to make sure we get the job done. Sometimes you do win a tournament and you didn't fight that good as you wanted to. Sometimes you lose a tournament and you fought in a way that you wanted to but didn't accomplish your goal. So just try at the end of the day live, you know, satisfied with my performance and hopefully, you know, with the win at the end of the day.
nice. And Rodrigo, for you to be able to say tomorrow that you left satisfied with your performance and you're building your legacy, what would that mean to you? What needs to happen tomorrow to feel that way?
I 100% agree with Tainan. It's not the same win if you didn't feel good, right? Like after the match, like if it was not a good match, it's not the same taste. So honestly, I'm not. Of course, everybody wants to win, but I'm really focused on doing a big fight tomorrow, doing my best, leaving everything in the mat. And I'm 100% sure we're going to do a great match, you know, no matter what. And honestly, if I win, that's amazing, of course. But I want to do just my best and perform really well. Like Tana said, I 100% agree. That's my goal.
Nice, nice. And last question. You can go fast or slow answers, however you guys want. Predictions on the men's and the women's Grand Prix, either the finalists or the winners. What do you think?
Starting with the men's, it's definitely awesome. To be honest, there is a mix of weights. Some of them are middleweight, some of them are medium heavyweights, which is good. Like the middleweights, they end up cutting for a middle, and they all have different skills. You know, like Isaque, I think he has a really good strategy every time he goes into tournaments. He's a very well-rounded competitor that's able to win. You know, regardless who he's facing, so he's able to impose a good game and come out with the win. I feel like Andre Prefirio presents the same thing. He's someone that understands a lot of the rules and somebody that it's now fighting forward and making sure that he imposes jiu-jitsu, so very strategy. And then we get two people that fight really good on just fighting forward. You know, you got Ronaldo that fights on a good pace. He's very explosive, someone that always pushes forward, is always very exciting watching. And you get Hiba, somebody that has a very good, well-rounded jiu-jitsu. And to be honest, who I think that on numbers supposed to win, I believe with the experience would be Isaque. Well, you could go either way. I'm just exciting to watch because some of them are from my weight divisions, and you know, I look forward to watch their matches tomorrow and see the outcome and the result. And on the women's, there's a little bit there's different names out there. I feel like the two people that I believe are probably going to go to the finals because the side of the bracket, it will probably be Maisa and Luisa on the other side. I feel like Luisa with her experience and Maisa with her high-level jiu-jitsu. You know, and then also being the smallest one in the bracket, it's exciting to watch.
Yeah.
You know, so I really like Maisa's jiu-jitsu. I really like Luisa's jiu-jitsu too, but I believe that at the moment Maisa is being very active and her jiu-jitsu is very high level. So I'm cheering for all of them just to make sure that jiu-jitsu grows. You know, so regardless who wins and who loses, at the end of the day, I'm representing jiu-jitsu, and whoever represents a good technical level and dominance on the match, that's the person I'm rooting for.
Yeah, it makes sense. Whoever is showing the fans like the best show and giving the best jiu-jitsu is good for jiu-jitsu. It's better for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
And I think like all of them have the potential to do it. You just got to really see, you know, what mindset and what mind frame they're coming in with.
Well, thank you for the very thorough breakdown. That was very, very specific. I like it. It was good. And no pressure. Now your thoughts on the Grand Prix.
No pressure. So I have some friends, right? Some person that I'm kind of closer. I'm closer to Hiba more for the men's. So I think we have a good jiu-jitsu. A lot of like skilled guys on the GP. But I think Hiba more, if he fights like he fought Pan Am's now, the no-gi Pan Am's with a very good jiu-jitsu, very aggressive and like forward, all the way forward, I think he can take it. But we also have Isaque on the other side. I think that's a potential finals, right? Isaque and Hiba more. So Isaque is also very aggressive and very experienced as well. So I think it's a really, really good finals. But I go with Ramar. He's a close friend, so I'm
Got the
cheering
dad
for him.
powers now.
Yeah, I'm cheering. Oh yeah, that's a good power. and for the girls, I'm excited with Maisa. She's like super lightweight and
very fast, yeah.
But amazing jiu-jitsu and super technical. But I think for this GP, I think Luisa will take it because of all the experience, the amazing jiu-jitsu, and also the strength, right? She looks like, I was like, looking at the girls, she looks like much bigger than the girls, like strong. And the weight is one day before, so she can get back to her way on the next day. I think she's going to be like much stronger tomorrow, and they're going to definitely help her tomorrow with all the experience in jiu-jitsu also.
It's interesting. You're the first person to bring that up, but the truth is that all the weights were similar, except for Maisa was obviously weighed in lighter. But the other girls all weighed in similar.
But for example, like Johnatha, she's like on
she fights
her natural
light.
way.
Right.
Anna, she got like 16 pounds to fight. And Maisa, she's like 10 pounds under.
Yeah.
And
15,
Luisa,
15 pounds, yeah.
And Luisa, she cuts 10 pounds. So tomorrow she's going to be 10 pounds again back.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to be like, imagine, 25 pounds over than Maisa.
Right.
That's a lot.
That's why, yeah, it's a good thing you brought up because she, for those of you guys who don't know, she won the lightweight and middleweight worlds, but she also took silver at medium heavy. Yeah. And I think won Pan Am's at medium heavy. Like, she's a consistent
Yeah, she's strong. You can see, like, her physically strong, stronger than other girls.
Right. And but at the same time, I mean, like you said, some of these other girls are trying to come up, super tough.
All the girls are really good, fantastic jiu-jitsu. But with all the experience and the jiu-jitsu as well, and plus the strength, I go with Luisa.
Nice. Well, thank you guys for your breakdowns. That was probably the most professional breakdowns of the divisions that we've had so far from our other competitors. So that concludes our match list for the evening. And tomorrow we are going to be back. Make sure you guys don't miss it. You're going to want to get started with us right on time because right away we're going to jump into Luisa and Johnatha, and we're going to work our way down through all these amazing matches. There's nothing that you're going to want to skip. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning into the press conference. Again, I'm Kendall Rusing, your host. We can't wait to see you guys fight tomorrow night, and we'll see you soon on FloGrappling.